What's up, guys? My name's Noah. I make music as Haterade, and you are watching The Productive Producer. Today's video idea came from a conversation I was having with one of my clients. She was wondering if she should put out an album, an EP, or just a string of singles. Then DCAT put out a video on the topic, and then I was thinking about the Spotify guy and what he said on the topic, and I was like, all right, let's talk about it from the Productive Producer perspective. Before we get into that, if you do like this video, please click like on it because it's really great for the YouTube algorithm and shows my channel to more people. And we want more people to be productive producers, making more music and getting better while doing it. So if you could do that, that would be awesome. Okay, so album, EP, or singles, which one is better? Well, let's look at album first. Albums, this is the traditional way to release music. This is what our parents and our grandparents, maybe not our grandparents, I don't know. Maybe our grandparents, because they would buy records, vinyl records. Anyways, I digress. On a physical piece of media, unless you're buying a compilation album, traditionally you're going to get all songs from the same artist and they're going to be placed there carefully. And the order in which they are played is important, and it's supposed to be experienced front to back, just like a movie. This is what we were used to as kids. We bought CDs. It was the same experience. This isn't as popular of a release strategy anymore. We're seeing less and less big albums and a push towards more singles, and we'll talk about that in a second. But now, just because it's not as popular nowadays as it was before, doesn't mean it's not a good strategy. In fact, you can cater to people who want that type of release because not many people are doing it anymore. That's a way for you to stand out. The drawbacks is it takes a long time to craft an album, something that plays front to back, because you don't have to, if you're making a 12-song album, you don't have to just make 12 songs. You got to make a lot more songs and then cut that down to the best that all fit in chronological order. So it takes a lot of work, and there's a lot of time in between albums. Because I don't know about you, but I'd have a hard time putting out 5 or 6 albums in a year. That would be tough. You'd have to be making a lot of music all the time and constantly on that grind. Which, if you're a productive producer, maybe you can swing it. But for me, I'm not there yet. I'd like to get there, but not quite there yet. So is it a viable release strategy? Yeah, if you're trying to cater to a really small subsect of people, which I would always encourage, it is a viable concept, and you're selling your art as a experience, it's totally viable. But let's look at the flip side, singles, because we'll talk about EPs in a minute, because it's sort of a mixture it's sort of the middle ground between both. Singles, obviously, everybody knows what that is. You make one song, you release that song, you make another song, you release that song, and you just keep going down the line that way. The benefits of this are obviously flexibility, right? If you feel like making this thing one day, it's not going to take all this extra time to put an album together of stuff to go with it, that you could just release it and then move on. And you can market test different stuff too. Maybe this thing worked really well and now you can sort of double down on that thing, or maybe it didn't work so well so you could pivot to something else, sort of a smaller bets sort of thing. And it's great for the algorithm, the social media algorithm. I already don't like social media all that much anyways. We could probably do another video about that another day, but if you're trying to go the way of the traditional social media breakthrough artist, and you can ask anybody who's really killing it at this, you need content all the time. And you need to have backlogged content. So if you're constantly releasing new music on a consistent basis, you have content for those social media outlets. EPs are right in the middle, right? So like we're not talking a full album, but probably like maybe a quarter of an album, 25%. And so it's not going to be as quick as singles, and it's not going to be as long as an album, but it'll be somewhere in the middle. So you sort of get the best of both worlds. So at the end of the day, if I were to suggest one way or the other, going full albums versus singles, me personally, I like singles, not because of the social media algorithm, but more of flexibility for me as a creative. I want to be able to make this one thing and then make a completely different thing. And there's an argument I could make both of those things on the same album too, but if I'm going to be making an album, I want it to feel cohesive and all in one piece. Plus, I make really high energy music for my own personal stuff, so rarely do I make anything really smooth and calm. So to put out an album of just bangers all through and through, I think it just sort of defeats the purpose a little bit. But what do you guys think? Do you guys Am I totally wrong here? Would you guys rather prefer albums or EPs, or what are some of the pros and cons that you guys see? Let me know in the comments. I'll respond to as many as I can. And I wanted to say thank you guys for making it all the way to the end of this video. I really appreciate all of you guys watching, leaving your comments. It really means a lot to me, and I'm really glad I'm able to help you in this capacity. And let me know too if there's anything else I can do to help this community. I'm here for it. So thanks for watching, guys. Remember to click like on this video and subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, and we'll see you guys on Tuesday. Peace.